Welcome back. It's been a while since I've been on here, but I hope you guys have been well. And today, for the very first time, I'm privileged to have a guest on my channel. She will introduce herself. Today is the first day we are meeting, but we've just been speaking on phone and on call. The hashtag that Roine, I hope I pronounced the name right, was using is hustle and slay. Hashtag hustle and slay, and I thought maybe we could talk to her today so that we kind of get to find out what she really does, who she really is. So before we really get started, what's your name?
Thank you. So I'm Roine Anyango. About the hashtag hustle and slay. Like when the pandemic came, people kind of lost their jobs. People were not hiring, nothing was going on, nothing was happening. So there's this program called Kazimtani that it's currently going on. So there's a lady friend of mine who just came and told me, there's this like a hustle like I'm not sure if you do it, you know. Somebody will look at you and they're like, no, you can't do that. But just come and see if you can do it. So I went. I tell you, first day it was not easy. It was so hectic. But yeah, basically we deal plastics, sorting of plastics. So plastics are like so many people think it's waste, but for us it's not that.
It's treasure.
It's treasure. Yeah, that is money. For us it is money. So we sort plastic according to their colors, according to what they do. Yeah. So after they are collected, they are taken. We have a factory in Nairobi. There's a factory in Nairobi. So I work for Mr. Green Kenya actually.
Okay, so hold back. Before we go to how you do the sorting of the plastics, how did it all start? Were you working somewhere, or how did it all start for you to start going to the Kazimtani?
So I was working. I was doing phones. I was doing sales of phones.
Okay.
So unfortunately, the shop closed. And by that time, I was pregnant with my daughter. So there was no work. So I had to stay at home for like a year plus. So from there is when Kazimtani came. So yeah, so when Kazimtani came, it was a big thing. Yeah. So you've been in the house for 1 year, you have a daughter to feed, there are no jobs, and then you're like, this opportunity has come, let me just go and do it.
But did you find it a little bit difficult? Because say for instance, we are girls. A lot of girls are usually, scared of doing this odd jobs. A lot of girls want just to sit in the office, a job where you're all wearing your makeup and heels. Because I know you can't go for Kazimtani in heels. You can't. But a lot of us ladies want these jobs where you just go with your, So how was it for you? The first day when you were going, okay, this is a job I'm going to. How was it?
So now transitioning was kind of hard because with phones I was just sitting like a nice show. There was no sun.
AC, you're not burning.
You saw, and then boom. So Kazimtani is basically sweeping / doing the drainages. For me, I didn't look at it like people will judge me what kind of work I'm doing. Yes, people are judgmental, so they judge you. They look at you and they're like, what? Fanya hiyo kazi. But I tell them, at the end of the day, I don't have to beg.
You don't have to beg, exactly.
So I have something that I can at least use to feed myself, feed my child, and just keep me going. Exactly.
So I think that is, when I saw your picture, I was like, what? This is. So at what time you guys start work?
For plastics, we report at around 8 at the office first. So we call it TPT, the trading point. So from the trading point, we actually don't work from one place. So sometimes we work here in Legosi, sometimes we are in Holyview, sometimes we are in Manyatta, sometimes we are in Nyamenda, sometimes we go up to Mongoleo just to pick plastic. So we start from 8, then officially we start from 9. Now the sorting. It starts officially from 9 because by the time you go to the office, pick the bags, then you go. So by 9 we are set. So I can't go dressed like this. So I'll have to pull this out, change into my working.
Yeah.
So you have your gloves on, you have your gumboots and those 2 other bags. So it's sorting. It's tough. I would say it's tough. But we kind of get a lot of challenge. reactions because you're chafu.
Yeah, because I was actually to ask, what is the biggest challenge that you guys get?
It's like to rashes too. I think I've been struggling with rashes. You have to do antibiotics all the time because if you have a sensitive skin, yeah, so it kind of affects you. Yeah, but Mika's is training something, and it goes for a long, like it's 4 hours. Break when you go to the lunch. After lunch, you're back again.
So do they provide lunch for you guys, or you sort yourself out?
At times they provide lunch, but at times you have to like eat from your pocket. But I wouldn't say it's paying much. It's not paying much, but I would say it's better than nothing.
Sitting out there, waiting for
this idea. Nimegundua when you wait for people to like help you, people kind of look down on you. What wanakudharau?
But people take advantage.
And people take advantage. So I'm like, let's go out there to that hustle. And then I receive it daily. It ansaidia mambo.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter is just 2 years, 8 months. I wish she was here.
Yeah, you should have brought her along, but maybe we'll see her next time.
Yeah, it's okay.
So you say when you go to work, you have to leave her somewhere.
Yes.
Because it's just you and her.
Yeah, it's just me and her.
That thing when you're at work, are you usually having this fear, like, is my daughter okay? Does it affect you in any way while you're at work? Because you know sometimes when your daughter is staying with someone, you're not like sure, like, what if anything happened?
Most like at first when I had to like leave her, I would just go way back. When things kind of got a little tough, I took her home with my grandma. So she stayed with my grandma for almost a year. I took her there when she was 9 months. Went back with her when she was like a year, some months. So there's that fear. You don't know if she's okay. Has she eaten? Is she being taken care of? But I came and told myself, if you want to worry about that, then you'll not deliver on your job, because you'll start working the force and start thinking, is she okay? But one thing I love about her, she's a survivor. Yeah, she's a survivor. So I thank her. Yeah, she understands mommy has to work. Though when you go back home now, it's mommy, you're tired, you need to rest, but no, you have to do your duties as mom. So yeah, so there's a grandma of mine who stays at Manyata. So I leave her there when my friend is not around. There's a friend who always helps me with her. Yeah, so if she's not around, I have to take her to Manyata. And it's very costly because it's bike when the bike kurudi. Bike when the bike kurudi. So expensive. Exactly. But now the good thing is that Huko Koshosh, there's nothing to pay. Everything is catered for.
Okay. Do you, like, what level of education have you reached? If it's something else, because a lot of people are going to be watching this, and maybe someone will think somewhere, hey, I have something I'd like to give Roine. What did you do, or what can you do, let's say? Because you know something like sorting plastics, you don't need like a high level of education to do that. That just requires you to be determined and focused, like, I'm going to do this. And have, of course, good health. What is your passion? What is it really that you wanted to do, so that if someone out there is watching this will be like, I have something, maybe Roine would come through.
Education wise, I've reached like that is the farthest I've gone with education. But I always don't let opportunity go. But there this program, there was a KEPSA program that the government introduced. It was basically trying to teach youths on entrepreneurship, how to start and run a successful business. Yeah, so I attended that, and then there was a recent one called KIO. Yeah, that one also basically it's just mentoring youths. And I wish I would have continued with it, but unfortunately, because I had to make kind of find a job, because you can't juggle in between that and feeding the child. Yeah. Though they pay, but their money kind of generates. So I had to stop that and look for a job so that we could feed my baby. So I love sales. There's nothing I love pushing the sales. Like anything sales, Roine is there. Anything sales, if we get on a customer, we need a customer. I love it.
Yeah, because I'm sure there are people who are like, hey, I think Roine is good and she could do sales for me, and you know. Yeah, so I think it's quite encouraging. Me na can come and you know encouraged, because sometimes you know you find that sisi madem, you don't really have something you're doing, but since you want to do it for the gram, you just kind of unajua, there's this meme that was saying, don't borrow to please people on the gram, because we're going to like your picture, but we're not going to help you pay your debts.
Yeah, that's true.
And sadly, that's what a lot of us ladies do. Like, you just want to look good for social media, You just want to see that people are liking your posts because of how you're dressing and how you're doing this and this. But to you, it was different. You put up a picture of how you toil to get you to slay, of being how you slay. So for that, I think you're a strong one. You're a strong one.
Yeah, I have to. You know, being a single mom is tough. Having to raise a child single-handedly, it's challenging because you can't be at people's beck and call all the time. Hello, I need to buy my kids some food. Hello, I need to pay a few bills.
Yeah.
So you have to go out there and just do it. Me, what I would tell people, just do it. It doesn't matter what our society will say. You go and do it. So it doesn't break you. Because I know at the end of the day, I don't have to come along with you inside the children inside this car. Me, I'll do it. As long as it doesn't break me, as long as it's okay with me, and as long as it is my energy, like giving that energy. And then for everything you depend and just love what you do, regardless of what it is.
So how long have you been doing this plastics?
I've not been long. It's like 2 months. 2 months.
A
Yeah.
lot of people give up by this time. It's like 2 days.
In fact, I was to give up on the first day.
So what kept you going?
What kept me going was, Kazi Mtani, you're not paying daily. We work for 11 days, then you're paid after 11 days. So you ask yourself, these 11 days, what will I be eating? When Kazi Mtani is not there, what will I be eating? So that is why when she told me, first come and see it. In fact, she didn't tell me ati kuja twende kazi. She told me, you come, go and experience it. If it is something you can do, then you do it. So when I went the first day, I was like, gosh, tunaonanga tu watu kama chokoro. So for us, we embrace them. They're like family. To us, they are not chokoras. Yeah, to us, they're people bring us treasure because out of it, we make something.
Oh, so basically, when the guys collect the plastic from the garbage, they bring it to you guys, where you now sort the plastics according to
Exactly. Yeah, so to the world, they bring us money. They also earn.
So thinking, we have a lot of households here in Kisumu, and at least 95% of us use plastics. So what if somebody collects their plastic, instead of throwing them to the garbage, they can just have like these plastics wanazieka kwa juala moja, like have them sorted in one plastic bag, and you'd like to give it to you personally. Will that be something you'd want? Because I mean, I throw a lot of plastics in my house almost every day. So I'm thinking, if I collect these plastics, even if it's for a week, if I have all my neighbors in my apartment collect all these plastics and nikupigie simu like, hey Roine, I have a couple of plastics here, and give it to you, would that be something that
Exactly.
you can turn?
Yeah, I can. Actually, it would be more helpful because you were thinking of even doing it in churches. Like we have those 2 bags, they are big, so per compound you can't take that big bag. So you'd rather they collect and then you come and pick. But you are planning to like take the big bags for church, and then you like tell the members that every Sunday, just talk to neighbors. If they have plastics, just collect them. Sunday mnaleta kujaza the gunias, then just pick it. Yeah.
So you're best in negotiating.
Yeah, personally I'm best in negotiating.
So if somebody wanted to bring you plastics, tunaweza kupata aje, or how can they get you?
So if they want to bring me plastic, I would. The only place they'll come and bring me the plastic is at Manyata. We have an office there. So yeah. So if you take plastics there, they buy. Yeah. So they buy. Somebody else will sort it from the office. There are ones that are bought from the office, and then there are the ones who go to the yard to sort. So if you have those 2 plastic, we have an office at Manyata Rainbow. There's a place called Rainbow. So if you just have plastic, you collect them and then you take them there. Or we can link up, then I find when you stuff up.
Yeah, I think that would be easier because if I'm leaving my house and I have like a small bag,
Exactly.
it would be hard for me to go to Manyata to give the plastic. So maybe you can try and find some collection sites. You can talk to someone up on Lolwe or something, so that if somebody's leaving their house with some plastic, they can just drop it by some shop. Because this is clean plastic now. It's not like
clean.
It doesn't like it's not mixed up with the garbage and all this thing. So I think that would do what you
Yeah, that's actually I think it's a nice idea.
So yeah, guys, I think we could motivate Roine more. Well, she's still in kazi ya kushikilia tu. It's not something she's going to be doing forever. But in a way, other than her working, it also helps us to clean our environment. Because I really hate it. You're in a matatu mwanaume mkubwa mwenye amekoma would just take a bottle, finish drinking his water, or if it's yogurt, then they just open the window and toss it out of the window. It's really disgusting. So I tend to think if you guys can actually like have your plastic, una collecting ya mafuta ya kupika,
mafuta ya
bora ni plastic,
mafuta ya kupaka.
Yeah. Oh, so if you guys have plastic, let's try and collect this plastic. Just put it in a small guru bag or a carrier bag, or just leave it. Then I'm going to link Roine's number, give her a call, so that if you have all this plastic, you can let her know that there's plastic. Collect it somewhere and then she can have it. I think that will also make it easier for you.
Exactly.
That way you can also send it there, right? Is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible for you to someone. So I can collect them and then go tell the office this is my collection.
That's your collection, right? Yeah, because it is your collection, and I think it's easier when it's a big bulk rather than like 2 bottles.
Not 2 bottles, it's not even much. So like I don't know if it is 5 shillings or 2 shillings.
How much is it per kg?
For people bringing plastic, it's 20 shillings per kg.
Yeah.
When you bring it in the bags, it's 20 shillings per kg. But for us who are sorting, per kg you pay 2 shillings.
Oh,
so you see, we use a lot of energy back in the day, so because if in a day I do 200 kgs, that one I have 400 shillings. So see,
That's 200 kgs.
exactly. For me to earn 400 shillings. So if it is less than that, it means I earn less. So you have to work like extra.
Just to ask, maybe it's a bit personal, but your daughter's dad, does he support you then?
Not really. He's not in my baby's life, so it's just me and my girl. So should I sit around waiting for him to come one day? No, I have to ask him so that kesho I make sure.
Okay, so just to emphasize yourself, you said you do a lot of sales.
Yes, if anything sells,
You're good. Business-wise, you also go to like run small businesses.
exactly. Business-wise, I'm able to run businesses. Been thinking of a few businesses, but location, it's kind of hard. And then plus the capital. I know they always say with biashara you can start as small as whatever amount it is, but with the way pandemic in Kenya, life is wouldn't like that you'll need a lot of capital to start a business. So yeah, so I put that on board kiasi. Let me hustle a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't lie. For now, I can't start a biashara. For now, what I really need is just a job.
A job. That's what
I need a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be much helpful. Then tutafikiria biashara mbele.
Okay. Thank you so much, Roine. Thank you for coming along. I think I'm inspired. And I think I will also not have the fear not just sometimes you see these people wakazi mtaani and you're like, kai kuchimba mtaro, how hard is that? Or you don't understand. But seeing you as beautiful as you are, you slay that, and I'm like, wow, you're really doing well. And keep it up, mama. So yeah, to support Roine, I'll kindly leave her number below. I think the best way we can start, if you have a job where she can do some sales, kindly reach out. Secondly, if you have plastic, like all those plastics you have in your house, rather than throwing them in the garbage, let's just collect it together. And I'll also leave my link so that we can see on how we can get the plastic and hand it over to Roine. Yeah, I think that's it for today, guys, and until next time, bye.
Toodles. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Please, I need your support. Plastic wise, job wise, I really appreciate it.